Ok, chào mừng mọi người quay trở lại với series L.A Noire. Hôm nay tôi sẽ chơi tiếp để xem là cái quá trình phá án của thanh niên câu phèo nó sẽ như thế nào. Xem nay có vụ án gì đặc sắc không. Ok, mình vào game luôn nha. Trước mình đang dừng ở vụ con Soka đúng không nhỉ? Ok, xem vụ này đi. Thì hôm trước mình đang dừng ở cái vụ án đã xong cái vụ án của một ông muốn ly dị vợ. Thế là tự nhiên lại bày ra cái viễn cảnh mình bị sát hại, làm đi điều tra mệt bở hơi tai, tốn hết bao nhân lực, khởi tố bắt ra mẹ đi, u lao u lêu, tốn bao nhiêu công sức của anh em, như là cái mất cái xe hay sao, xe sang hay sao, bách cát mới toanh này, chắc là xe sang.
PR is when Oswald Jacobs says the vehicle was dumped in his backyard. There's a patrolman on site. Get down there and see what you can turn up. Any questions? Good. Get going. Better go earn our pathetic
Xe
wages. Brimsky,
chưa làm lo nhận lương.
Intelligence has information on a stolen car racket. An abandoned vehicle. We catch all the good ones, huh, Phelps?
Em thư ký trong sinh chứ.
Nobody dumps a shiny new Packard unless they borrowed it without asking.
Máy lọc nước xịn thế nhỉ?
You're on fire today, Einstein.
Thời 45, 46 thì mà đã có cái máy lọc nước như này.
Come on, my intense protege. Let's go save the world.
Exit đây. Xe đây.
Someone gonna tell us what the hell is going on?
You're behind the wheel.
You hear about Adrian? Brought in Seattle threw him out.
Adrian là thanh niên ông ở trong cái vụ trước đúng không? Vụ mà giả chết này.
What are you talking about? Adrian dumped on her. He was humping the secretary. Margaret
Tính bỏ đi với bà thư ký. Sao bị đá mất? May mà vợ thương. May mà vợ thương. Mất cái gì?
Phelps, traffic. I'm Officer Houlihan. Cars down the alleyway, detectives.
Ôi, xe nhìn mới cống
We
à?
got a call about an abandoned vehicle.
Yes, sir. The car has flags. Might be some kind of diplomatic vehicle?
Has anyone touched this vehicle since you arrived?
No. And that Jacobs bird over there was on station before I got here.
We'll talk with him in a moment. Give us some time to look the place over.
Sure, take your time. He's a sore-headed old son of a bitch anyway.
Đi sẽ điều tra xe cờ Argentina. Như xe ngoại giao rồi.
Souvenir can't have any street
Giống
value.
xe ngoại giao rồi. Xe ngoại giao thì có hai cái cờ hai bên này. Nhưng một cờ là cờ của nước sở tại, một cờ là cờ của nước mình. Đăng ký xe.
It's owned by the Argentinian embassy.
Đại sứ quán Argentina đúng rồi. Cốp xe có cái gì không?
Empty.
Không có cái gì luôn. Đi, mất bánh à? Nó mất bánh, nó tháo hết ốc à.
Stealing the wheels is for amateurs.
Bọn nghịch
Car ring
gì?
would have stripped it in a warehouse.
Vành xe rất có thể sẽ bỏ xó trong một nhà kho. Cờ lê chắc để tháo bánh này.
Combination wrench.
Eway Brother.
Must have used it to remove the wheel lugs.
Bây giờ chắc là tên cửa hàng.
maybe. No.
Tôi cầm cái này để đấm cửa kính. Tháo luôn cái biển số. Số chắc phải có tốt hơn vít chứ nhỉ. Có tôi vít thì mới tháo được biển số chứ. Ok, chắc hết đấy. Chào anh chào chị. Em chào các anh các chị. Đi hóng chuyện mà com lên cà vạt này đầy đủ chứ. Là hỏi nhân chứng rồi.
Oswald Jacobs?
Của Jacob.
That's right.
Mặt lão này cười hơn
What
nha
exactly
nữa.
happened here, Mr.
Chả tín lắm.
Last night, I was looking out of my window. I like to keep an eye on what's going on.
I can understand that.
You see this empty lot? Damn kids play stickball here. Always breaking my windows. Always asking for their ball back.
Can we get back to the car, Mr. Jacobs?
Don't be impatient, Sonny. Anyway, last night I see this brand spanking new Packard up on bricks.
100.000 việc của ông này cứ lan man.
Did you see who stole the Packard?
Hell yes, I did. I saw 3 goddamn Mexicans going to work on it.
3 thằng Mexico.
Can you tell us what they were
Okay.
doing?
Using the headlights of an old Ford so they could strip the thing. I yelled out to them, "I'll call the cops." So they loaded up their car and drove off, tooting and hollering and yelling obscenities at me in Mexican.
You speak Spanish, sir?
No, I do not.
Nếu biết tiếng Mexico mà chửi như đúng rồi.
After the Mexicans left, you didn't go anywhere near the car?
After I scared them off? No, I didn't go anywhere near that car.
Mặt điêu ấy nhỉ. Xạo lìn
You
nói.
went out to the car. Once they were gone, you had to take a look for yourself.
I was curious. Ain't no law against that. So what if I took a look around that car? You can't be accusing me of nothing.
Tell me about the car they were driving.
It was an old Ford. I didn't catch the license number.
Có vẻ khác hồi nãy không?
You look like the kind of guy who notices details.
You're right there. The car was old, but it looked brand new. Candy apple red paint job stands out a mile.
Xe màu đỏ kiểu táo.
What exactly did you see them take?
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
Right. So what did you take, Jacobs? Do you want my partner to pat you down?
I found a notebook in the glove compartment. I was going to show you. It's on the chair on my porch.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Jacobs. You can speak to Officer Thibault about signing a formal statement.
When you get the car out of the way, maybe you could come back and do something about those kids.
How about we bring you an umpire's mask?
Cuốn sổ đúng không? Ok. Cuốn sổ có cái gì không? Xem sổ. Juan Francisco Vandech.
Okay, so we have the owner of the vehicle, a degenerate. I'll run John Madsen by R&I.
Vãi. Mẹ ấm dâu à? À không, thanh niên này là thích chơi bê đuệ, chơi ấy rồi. Thích thanh niên này thích trai trẻ. Đấy, baseball fan. Full lips, lips là môi dày, gentle boy, đẹp trai nè. Này Aslat, đẹp là mắt đẹp. Love speaking voice, giọng nói quyến rũ rồi. Wow. Úi ôi, lòng của mắt chàng ơi. Đích đi à? Oliver Skin này mé. Nước da blonde looks tone with blue eyes. Mắt xanh này. Delicate là hấp dẫn, đẹp trai này. Cái gì này? Light cherry flavor candy. Sao? Đây là mẹ ngọt ngào như kiểu một cái kẹo kiểu cherry ạ. Ui, phải thì biến thái ấy.
Contact details on a William Dewey. This looks like business rather than pleasure.
Làm ăn. Không, như này chỉ là số điện thoại này. Sleepy, particular shy, ngại ngùng, live gift như một món quà này. Very innocent, rất hấp dẫn. Địch. Ôi rồi ôi, làng vùng mắt chàng rồi. Đến gặp nhìn thằng thanh niên câu pheo này nhìn ngon nữa thì bỏ mẹ. Thanh niên câu pheo này mà thấy ngon nữa thì để xem nào.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Could you run the name Dewey Brothers? Possibly a dealership or car mechanics workshop.
One moment. Dewey Brothers Packard Dealership, 629 Figueroa Street.
Got it. Can you put me through to Michigan 2458, please?
Connecting you now.
I24568.
Hello, can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Can I speak to John Madsen, please?
He's at school, officer. What's this about? Is he in
John
trouble?
Madsen.
How old is your boy, ma'am?
Just turned 16.
Wrong person, Mrs. Madsen. Sorry to disturb you.
John Madsen này.
Any messages?
There's just one message for you, Detective. A four-door Packard, diplomatic license number Paul Robert 706, was reported missing this morning by Juan Francisco Valdez.
Could you have him brought in?
He's already here at Central, Detective. He's demanding an audience, as he calls it.
Thanks. Can you get a message to Captain Leary? Tell him we'll be in as soon as we can. Thank you.
John Madsen là ai ta?
Can you cordon off this lot until we have the vehicle impounded?
Yes, sir, Detective.
We'll follow up on the owner. Get a statement from Jacobs, and I'll read your report back at the station.
We can visit the Packard dealership or head back to Central and interview this Valdez character. Your call.
John Madsen có phải là cái thanh niên ở trong cuốn sổ không? Thanh niên bị ấm dâu không? Mới 16 đúng không? Phải cả biểu. Cũng là bệnh hoạn.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Ok. Để đến chỗ trung tâm bán xe trước đi.
This has got to be the 50th abandoned vehicle call we have caught this year. One more and I'm going to go crazy.
Not your favorite cases?
You kidding me? This is barely even police work. Of all the bad
Sát
guys
tuần
in
tra
the
như
city,
là
we get lumped
patrol.
with the ones who can't even be bothered to keep what they steal.
Giết bậc thanh tra thì mà vẫn phải đi tìm xe bắt cóc thôi này. Cha hơi cùi nhá. Tôi là không ta.
Don't tell me, let me guess. You were making your way past the lot, caught sight of the new model four-door and couldn't help yourself. You could see yourself in that car and just had to take a closer look. Well, I can't say as I blame you.
Đoán là đúng rồi đấy, mà trượt rồi.
LAPD, Mac. We'd like to speak with the owner.
That's me, William Dewey, proprietor at your
À,
service.
lão lắm này đây.
We're investigating the theft of a package
William
belonging
Review.
to the Argentine embassy. Are you missing a combination wrench?
I don't know, Detective, but I know how we can find out. Follow me.
Yuka Sale.
We keep all our tools in here.
Mind if we look around?
Be my guest.
Ok.
Seems irrelevant.
Số à? Không phải.
I don't think so.
Đấy gì? Đục à?
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Kiếm.
It doesn't appear to be connected. Not much help.
Biển số thế.
No good. We need diplomatic plates.
Không phải biển ngoại giao. Ở đây chắc là Glenn tìm trong đống này.
You sure you guys aren't interested in a new car? Huh? Maybe a used car. I have some nice used cars for guys in your wage bracket.
Why don't you give us some alone time, Dewey? Go sell some cars or whatever it is you do.
Chắc ở đây. Đấy như cái Glenn màu đỏ đúng không ta? Vậy là của thanh niên Gabriel Delgado rồi đó. Ê, lộ.
That's not right. One left.
Còn cái này. Để cùng mất cái 3/4.
Gabriel Delgado is missing a 3/4.
Hết rồi. Đánh nhạc không còn sân.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. Packards are great cars, but this doesn't look like the kind of place favored by foreign embassies. How do you know Valdez?
I don't know Valdez. The embassy bought the car. All I know is he must know a quality car when he sees one.
So Valdez was just driving by and he saw
Không
the car.
phải.
Yeah, something like that. Happens all the time.
Yêu.
Where can we find Delgado?
I don't know. Sure as hell isn't here.
Address, Dewey, or my partner shoves her head in a car door.
Okay, all right. Apartment 3, 103 Hill Street. And tell him from me, if he ever shows his face around here again, I'm gonna kick his butt from here to Kingdom Come.
A wrench from this dealership was used to strip the wheels from a Packard last night, Mr. Dewey. A couple of Hispanics were seen taking parts.
We've had a spate of thefts ourselves. Comes with the location. Thieving bastards to steal anything the minute your back is turned.
Những đối tượng gốc Tây Ban Nha.
hiding, Dewey? Spill it. You don't want the LAPD getting too interested in this place.
So I hire a few illegals. It's cheaper than hiring returning GIs. They have less attitude.
Chiến binh.
Downside is they're a little light-fingered.
Tại chỗ.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Dewey.
No problem. God damn that kid. I'm just an honest car salesman. Seems like you just don't know who you can trust these days.
Going to movies, Dewey. You're missing your calling. Time to visit Gabriel Delgado. See how good his excuse is.
Ok, về gặp ông kia trước đây.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. So, where you want to go?
Xem bên kia có gì cho mình nào.
You read the story in the Examiner about the Navy developing three-dimensional movies?
Phim 3 chiếu.
What's a dimension?
3D đúng
You
không?
know, like a graph. Vertical axis is Y and horizontal is X.
Well, that's clear as mud.
Third dimension would be Z. So things would be popping out of the screen.
That's ridiculous. Scare people out of the theater.
God's name would want that. I don't know. People scoffed at the idea of talking as color. Look what we have now. Do we have a Juan Francisco Valdez in for questioning?
Sure do, Phelps. Your bird's an interview, too. And get this, he's wearing gloves and doing his best not to touch anything. Can you beat that?
Sounds like we don't want to keep this guy waiting. It's this way.
Ôi, này vừa đi đời. Vừa sạch sẽ lại còn thích trai tân nữa, trai tơ nữa. Mẹ. Thằng
Hey, can
bên
you give me a hand?
này là
I
bên
got a
Thái
hard
này.
case I need to break.
About time. Are you the senior officer I requested?
I'm Detective Phelps, and this is Detective Bukowski.
Have you any idea how long I've been waiting to speak with you? I am needed back at the consulate, and you keep me here like a common criminal.
All right, friend. Let's take a deep breath and start all over again.
Mr. Valdez.
Consul General. I insist on my full title.
Ghê.
Where did you purchase the car?
My secretary and driver arranged the purchase. A disreputable place, Dewey Brothers by name. As soon as I can have it arranged, I will have my Hispano-Suiza brought up from Buenos Aires.
Hispano-Suiza ở Buenos Aires. Sạc chó.
Bought a Packard, Valdez? A snob like you doesn't drive an American car. I want answers or I'll smack you around the teeth.
William Dewey offered me a substantial bribe to make a purchase at his establishment. It is not unusual to make this kind of transaction in the civil service.
Well, tell that to the Argentine taxpayers.
Consul General, we have located your car. Can you tell us how it was stolen?
It must have been stolen from the consular garage. Terribly inconvenient, of course. I want the perpetrator soundly flogged.
Unfortunately, we don't do that here, Your Worship.
Mặt cái nghi nhỉ.
You have a pretty good idea who stole the car, don't you, Consul General? Are you going to tell me, or do I shake it out of you?
There's no call for violence. I suspect a disgruntled boy from the car dealership.
You have a name for this kid?
Gabriel, like the arcane.
Gabriel.
I have no surname.
Giọng voi tiếng Anh nghe hay vậy.
So
Quan
tell
hệ
us
nào?
about this kid, Gabriel. You had a run-in with him?
Mecánico, a presumptuous young man who did not know his place. He presumed to ask me questions.
We do a lot of presuming here in the United States, Consul General. It comes with the turf.
Thử xem. Khéo tin lắm. Mà sổ tay đúng không?
You fuck young boys, Valdez.
Are you a madman? This will cause an international incident.
Bố mày đưa.
Danny, Ben, Miguel, Tristan, and Teddy.
Láo này.
Full lips.
Full lips.
Ring any bells?
I'm sure we can come to some arrangement.
Gabriel, spill it.
Rồi, ai đây?
A beautiful but impertinent boy. I mentioned rendezvous and the young man went quite insane. I thought he was going to kill me. I was prepared to pay.
We'll be in touch, Consul General.
Lộ ngay.
Let's nail this kid Delgado and wrap this thing up.
Thì you fuck young boy. Lộ rồi, láo chó.
Thank God. I'll get rid of him in a couple of hours.
Giam ở đây vài tiếng thì nó biết mùi đi.
You can drive. Do we know where we're going?
Căn hộ tóm thằng kia. Đấy, đơn giản như thế. Tại nhiên là ông già mới gạ tình.
Okay, let's see what Gabriel has to say for himself.
I just hope our archangel hasn't already flown.
Thiên thần Gabriel.
Hey, that's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
What the hell is this guy doing?
Số 1 thư Gabriel.
Here he
Căn hộ
is.
số 3.
Apartment 3.
Ok. Xem có gì nào. Chạy lại lên bạn ơi. Chạy lại lên. Chạy nhanh lên. Không là ăn đòn đấy. Xem. Em gái à?
Yeah,
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Gabriel Delgado.
Gabriel?
We're from the police. Policia, you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Có trẻ
Come
quá. Chắc không phải
inside.
mẹ đâu.
What is your name?
Ana Rodriguez.
Is Gabriel
Rodriguez.
Delgado here, Ms. Rodriguez?
No. What do you want with Gabriel?
Chắc là vợ.
Is he in trouble?
Stay where you are, Ms. Rodriguez. We need
Vợ
to
hoặc
take a
là
look
người
around.
yêu
But
gì
he is
đấy.
not here. I have told you.
Check out the surrounds. I'll stay with the broad. So how far along are you, Anna?
Nearly 20 weeks.
Ớt cơ này.
Right. So how's it gonna be when you go into labor and he's not around?
You are wrong about Gabriel.
Souvenirs
He
are a
will be a
dumb
good
move.
father.
Trông cả
Already he
cơ
works
với.
hard to provide for us.
Unless you help us here, Anna, your little
don't
one
think
won't be
so.
seeing Papa for a very long time.
Nên đi ra ngoài. Không xem được cái ảnh này.
Difficult to tell whether it's the suspect vehicle from the scene. Certainly Gabriel's pride and joy.
Ảnh đến trắng này, không biết là có phải cái xe này xe màu đỏ không? Không nhìn ra được. Cái gì?
Maybe if... No,
Xì gà sợ.
Take a smarter man than me
Đức
to connect
Mẹ
that.
chắc là như Đức Mẹ Thiên Chúa, Thiên Chúa giáo hay sao? Đúng rồi, theo đạo Thiên Chúa này có cả thánh giá ở nhà. Ôi, bữa sáng 2 người.
Serving breakfast for 2, Anna? You should have cleared up.
Chú thì đâu được. Nhạc vẫn còn, chúng ta vẫn còn manh mối đúng không? Chắc là đây. Ôi rồi bánh xe này. Ôi rồi biển số này. Thì chối vào mắt.
Doesn't look like anything.
Chắc ngoại giao đúng không? Màu đen này chắc là ngoại giao.
Diplomatic license plates.
Incidental.
Ủa?
Seems irrelevant.
Làm gì? Không có làm gì cả. Chắc là cái rũa ấy. Mài.
I think this is any use to us.
Gì đấy?
Doesn't tell me anything.
Không nốt. Nhiều bằng chứng giả thế nhỉ? Quả đôi lốp mà. Package.
It looks like Valdez gets his wheel back.
Còn à? Nhạc nghiêm trọng nhỉ? Không xài được. Chứng tỏ là hết rồi. Xài được trực giác thì là hết rồi à? Chắc thế. Nên hỏi cung bà kia xem.
You're in serious trouble, Miss Rodriguez.
But Gabriel is not here. I have done nothing wrong.
Động cơ cho việc trộm xe này. Mặt vẫn đang còn khá tín.
Tell us the truth, Anna. Has Gabriel been here?
I haven't seen him for at least 3 nights.
Lại xạo chó.
You keep lying to me, and I'll send you and your baby to jail.
He lives here, but he hasn't come home. I swear it.
Chắc là nói dối mà.
Enough, Anna. There are signs all over this place that he's been back.
He was here last night. I have never seen him so angry. He went out to his shed and put some things in it. I don't know what, and I don't want to know. I love him.
Đi cất cái bánh xe vào trong kho đúng không?
Why did he steal the car, Anna?
The customer insulted him. He has his honor, no?
Gabriel's been in trouble before. He left you here alone to answer for him, and you expect me to believe that his motive was honor?
Please don't yell at me. I've done nothing wrong.
Fail quá.
We found a license plate matching our stolen vehicle in the shed. Add in the assortment of parts, and we can make Gabriel for a dozen other thefts. It's time to get serious, Anna.
You must ask these questions of Gabriel. I know nothing of these car parts.
Xem nào. Nghi ngờ.
Then tell us where he is. If your baby is born in prison, Anna, the corrections officers will take it from you. You will see your son or daughter through a metal grate for half an hour a week.
The start line is on 1st and Santa Fe. There is a spillway under the bridge that leads to the river. Many policia have wrecked trying to follow him.
We will put in a good word for you, Anna. As far as we're concerned, this sits with Gabriel.
Xe đường phố trái phép
Start
à?
line. That sounds like a street race to me. It's gotten out of hand this last year. No wonder Delgado has such an eye for fine automobiles.
Thanh niên này chuyên về trộm cắp rồi là đua xe
Let's
nữa
go
hả?
stop these clowns and get them off the streets.
Hey, keep it down, would you? My little girl just got to sleep.
À, dạ vâng. Em xin lỗi ạ. Em xin lỗi ạ.
Hey, that's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
Come on, Cole, leave him alone.
Vãi. I'm sorry. Càng thế.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Đua xe à? Xe này có đua được không?
What kind of man leaves his pregnant girlfriend at home while he goes off to play cards?
Pregnant girlfriends aren't always a barrel of laughs. Everyone needs to let off a little steam. Some guys wouldn't come back home at all.
Are you talking from experience?
Thanh niên cô phèo này thì có vợ, chắc là có vợ rồi mới có con chưa. Thanh niên này cũng phải là người nghiêm túc nên là chắc không phải đấy. Thanh niên người Ba Lan này thì hên xui. Đây đúng không? Xe màu đỏ đúng không?
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there.
Trời, to thế.
Quick, they're getting away.
Phelps, 1247. Requesting assistance at 1st and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal...
Stay on Delgado. Get away.
Áo.
Lose him. Quick as we shut one of these races down, another one springs up somewhere else. Kids used to steal cars to sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a leg.
Chạy đi đâu?
The next 16-year-old I have to peel off the sidewalk, you're calling them out. I've had enough of those to last me a lifetime.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on. Delgado is our boy. Forget the others.
Step on it, Phelps. Take him out.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Thằng đi đây. Đập tích nó được nhanh thế. Xe nó thì là xe độ. Xe công an thì là xe cùi. Chạy nhanh thế. Chạy đi đâu?
Damn it, Cole. Hold it steady.
Vẫn chạy được kìa.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Gabriel Delgado, you're under arrest for grand theft auto.
Fuck you, puto! You should speak to the maricon. Valdez, I showed him. Now who's the man? I should have burned his fucking car.
Cứng đấy.
You got a foreign dignitary outed as a fruit and a kitty raper, a car dealer we're gonna let slide for the kickbacks, and a street punk car thief who sure as hell won't be taking liberties with other people's autos again anytime soon. That, Detective Phelps, is not a bad haul. You keep your chin low and your hands high, and you keep bringing me clearances just like that one. That's textbook policing, and we need more of it in this department.
Rồi, thăng chức cơ chứ gì nữa. Biểu hiện như thế mà không lên phó sở à? Thăng chức lên phó sở cảnh sát coi. Sai 2 câu. Đủ 5 sao luôn.
You have any plans for weekend Liberty, Jack?
My sisters have been working in Los Angeles in a bomber factory. They're coming down to visit. I'm meeting them at the station at 6.
Good for you, Jack. Are they cute?
They're my sisters, Hank.
Attention! Final inspection before Liberty.
Good job, Kelso.
Cái rách keo show.
Are we going somewhere, gentlemen? Full inspection. It had better be exceptional if any of you want liberty this weekend. Kelso, this carbine. The bore is dirty.
No, it isn't.
Are you arguing with me, Kelso?
Do what you need to do, Sergeant. You know the bore is immaculate.
Weekend liberty canceled. 2-day field drill. Clean this rifle.
No.
Do you know the penalty for insubordination, Kelso?
Jack, don't do it.
Forget him, Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you two finished? Are you going to clean this rifle?
Ê, thằng cha này mẹ hack dịch thế nhở?
No, Sergeant. Cole is right. I'm going to stop playing games and join a rifle company and fight the real enemy.
Thằng cha hack dịch thế nhở? Ê, chửi mẹ như mẹ hát. Em biết ở nhà có chửi vợ như thế không? Chửi vợ ở nhà vợ mới đấm cho. Marriage made in heaven, cuộc hôn nhân. Đấy, đến từ thiên đường à? Tạo nên thiên đường. Made in là đến từ thiên đường. Ôi rồi xong. Đâm chết người rồi. Như phụ nữ lái đúng không? Xem màu đỏ phụ nữ lái.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit and run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Canary says he'll sing. Only if I guarantee he walks.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it. Get that desk.
Chơi lại những vụ án được mở khóa hoặc tải xuống có thể.
Put him down with my sap.
Sao trong thư ký vẻ khác đợt trước ấy nhỉ? Thay mới à? Mình đi một mình à? Không có ông trợ thủ ông thanh trai gì quên tên này. Stefan Bikoski này.
Say, could I borrow some of that mascara?
I don't want to be rude, but I ain't
Tiếng
got
gì?
time for talk.
Đã ra đây ngồi rồi. Nhanh thế. Lái xe đi.
You're behind the wheel.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges. And Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How you do that?
I'll give him something better.
Cáo buộc hối lộ. Chắc chắn là đưa cáo buộc hối lộ của cái lão kia cho văn phòng công tố. Rice Cafe. Từ cafe từ coffee. Nhân chứng à?
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Vic is a white male named Lester Patterson.
Lester.
Walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there and he ended up here. Dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name.
Shannon
24 years old. She left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
Okay.
Phelps, you should take a look at the body. Poor guy didn't stand a chance.
Thường thế nhỉ? Nó đầm một phát rồi. Máu chảy đến tận đây. Rồi sao không xoay được tiếp à? Xác rồi.
I ended on his face and ended up
Đập
here.
mặt ra.
Car must have struck him from behind.
Từ đằng sau. Game cũng làm rào làm tránh này chứ, đúng không? Chứ đâm mà mặt chân đất thì nhìn còn nguyên vẹn phết. Thư bảo hiểm.
Patterson has life insurance.
Bảo hiểm nhân thọ. Ê, bảo hiểm nhân thọ cẩn thận nha. Thế nên này cố tình tự tử nha. Có gì không?
We can notify next of kin.
Okay. Có 3 đồ. Hết rồi, chẳng còn gì. Chắc hết xác rồi. Ghê quá. Rồi xem.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the
Say
time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Là thanh niên này bị đâm mà có trên xe nó sẽ có một cái đồ trang trí giúp mũi, đúng không? Rồi xe xịn thì đúng không? Như kiểu mấy con Rolls Royce các kiểu. Vệt máu.
Body traveled a good 20
20
feet.
feet, 6 mét. Có vệt bánh xe kéo sang trái kìa. Đã bỏ đi đúng không? Để thắng.
This blood is a long way from the body. Car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
Không thắng luôn. thắng.
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Đang đi nhanh. Không còn manh mối. Để kiếm thêm nữa. Giáo. Uầy.
A knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit and run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
No good to me.
Hết chưa? Nhiều vết máu này. Xem có cái gì không? Không có gì mà vẫn. Làm sao nó cho leo lên đây? Có vụ gì chăng? Sao lại đi lạc xa khỏi hiện trường ấy nhỉ? Cái xe ở đây này. Chắc hết rồi. Không thể nào mà cho tận vào đây này có một cái manh mối gì được. Có thêm một cái gì đấy chứ. Còn manh mối này. Vẫn còn bỏ sót một cái gì đấy chăng? Cái mũ hả? Bực thế nhở?
She's all yours, detective.
Hỏi xem bài này đi.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Nghe thấy tiếng tranh cãi. Mặt tín vãi cả.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Tín thế nhỉ?
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first 3 letters, I'm afraid. 3CH.
3CH.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were 2 voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Không đúng lắm. Đổi sắc mặt liền.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things look pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. We can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
Trông cũng khá xinh đấy chứ.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps. Give it a rest, Bukowski. Let's see what the patrons have to say. I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
So this is why everybody comes to Ray's.
Còn đúng không? Xem chính xác nào. Còn manh mối. Cái gì ở sau này à? Cái gì ở đây chăng? Manh mối còn lại nằm ở đâu nhỉ? Thoại à? Chỉ có cái điện thoại này. Cái báo này. Ủa gì đấy? String to the star. Cái lão này đâu?
Come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's
Lão điều trị tâm lý trong phần đầu này.
Are you sure?
Nhìn mặt
Can I be
lạ.
honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Lão này cho bệnh nhân nghiện thuốc an thần. Tiêm thuốc phiện cho bệnh nhân phê, bệnh nhân không nhớ gì đến.
Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface
Rồi
appear
biên
to be illegal is actually of benefit to society.
này chắc này mẹ tiến sĩ nhưng mà mẹ dùng thuốc phiện này, lợi dụng thuốc phiện để ấy rồi. Hết rồi, đó là cái tờ báo đấy. Công đi tìm. Mày thịt cả người.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Attender.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson home.
Lorna Patterson. Những nạn nhân là thì Lastin Patterson. Lester Pattinson nè. Đúng rồi.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Tại sao Lin?
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Tin được không? Tin phết đấy chứ.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Chả có chứng cứ gì cả.
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home.
Leroy?
Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Mày lại nói điêu rồi.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day.
Làm bốc và hiệp.
And Lester was a fan of the love
Tình
tap.
yêu bạo lực. Xem nào. Ok, chắc là đến căn hộ. Xe cảnh sát đâu nhỉ? Xe cảnh sát đâu? quên gọi điện thoại đúng không? Vào trong điện thoại hỏi thông tin của căn hộ nhà Patterson để.
All these people?
Hello.
Vultures, officer. Tell me what's going on.
I got friends who work at the Examiner. How about $5? Let me check that.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective.
Thời 45-46 mà nó có hết dữ liệu của
Make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton. 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks for your help.
thời 45-46 này mà dữ liệu của cảnh sát có đầy đủ phết nhỉ, xịn vãi.
I don't think you're a fool, but what's my opinion against thousands of others?
Ném bù cho biển số mà đăng ký các kiểu có hết. Xe này à? Hay lấy xe kia nhỉ? Trưng dụng xe này được không? Không được luôn. Vậy xe của tôi đâu? Xe cảnh sát đâu? Đây đúng không? Căn hộ nhà Partition. Điều tra ở đây đi.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Đến căn hộ nhà ấy rút đi. Điều tra cái xe sao? Tìm hiểu về hai ông bà vợ chồng nữa chứ. Năm giờ sáng. Vài nhà. Sáng đứng ở đây thì các anh ơi.
I'm at a loss.
That Patterson place stinks in my book. We should really find out what's going on.
Và đến gặp nhân bà vợ xem nào. Bà nói gì nữa. Dạ chị ơi, chị làm gì trong đấy chị ơi? Úi dồi,
Yes. Hello.
trông xinh phết đấy chứ.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in.
Chồng mới chết mà mẹ cười hí han hớn mà chả thấy lo lắng nhỉ. Lão kia đưa bà vợ về đúng không? Hai anh chị làm gì rồi? Đấy, Dương đâu vào khám giường xem hai anh chị có làm gì chưa? Cho khám giường à? Cho hai anh chị làm tí trong này chứ. Đấy mẹ. Ôi beef stick nè, rồi chắc chắn đang ăn với nhau à. Sắp đến giờ. Sắp đến giờ vào khám giường đúng không? Em cho tôi khám giường là lộ ngay. Chắc chắn hai anh chị đã mẹ chuẩn bị sẵn rượu vang hoa hồng mẹ nến trong đấy rồi. Chuẩn bị thịt nhau đến nơi gì chứ.
What's to tell? He got hit by a car.
Chồng mới chết.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Vui chứ.
Lester and I met on a furlough in 44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here.
I beg your pardon?
Thành ông Leroy
You're
chứ
gonna have
gì?
to run that one by us again, sister.
Sabo chứ.
Okay, Lorna.
Đấy, ôi dồi ôi. Ai chả quần áo có đầy đủ này. Chắc là chưa làm gì.
Well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car.
Miêu tả bình tĩnh mãi.
It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends.
Ồ, bạn thân. Thân cái gì?
You expect me to believe that?
Sắp
Look, I was filing for
sắp
divorce.
ấy đến nơi rồi còn thân.
Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this
Sắp
worked
á
out
hự
well
với nhau
for the
đến
two
nơi
of
rồi
you?
còn thân cái
I
gì?
feel almost bad for busting in on this
Hẹn
little
hò.
rendezvous.
Thân quá. Để xem nào. Đâm rồi bỏ
How did the
chạy.
car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Nói láo nhá, nói láo nhá. Nói láo nhá. Tin thì đéo nào được.
Believe that, Lorna. It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Anh chàng à?
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Tin không? Tin chứ. Tin thế đéo nào được.
You were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to
Ôi
get
dồi
him to
ôi,
stay.
mẹ khốn nạn
That was the
thế.
proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies.
Ôi,
So
chị.
maybe I was a
Nhưng
little
mà chị trông thế
angrier
này
than
bảo sao mà
usual.
anh chồng chả nảy ra cái ý
Let's just say
đấy.
I took exception to his idea.
Chị mơn mởn thế này cơ mà.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Tin không? Chắc chắn là đéo phải, đéo nói thật rồi. Nghi ngờ có bằng chứng không nhỉ? Xe này. Thứ. Ví. Đây là địa chỉ đúng không? Vết trong tài trợ vết trang trí trên mui xe, con dao đấm máu. Nghe thấy tiếng tranh cãi, lời khai của Lynch. Chắc cái này đúng không? Thư bảo hiểm nhân thọ. Vậy là mua bảo hiểm nhân thọ cho nó này xong bày cảnh để dàn dựng để giết người à? Có thể đúng không? Liều phát xem nào. Chắc chắn là nói láo rồi, mà có 2 hay 3. Thử thôi.
Being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance.
À,
GI insurance
10.000
policies have a
cho vụ tai nạn.
$10,000
Ôi rồi đúng rồi.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crap games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit and run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
You know, I don't really feel like talking to you right now.
Rồi vâng, để em về cho hai anh chị thoải mái ạ. Chồng mới chết mà đã ấy rồi. Chồng mới chết mà nó sắp mà á hự với nhau rồi thế này thì. Có điện thoại, xài điện thoại được không? Xài nhớ cái điện thoại được không? thoại đâu rồi? Qué. Xài nhờ cái điện thoại với. À đây đây.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How
Điện
can
thoại
I
làm
help,
gì đây?
detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Patterson autopsy.
À, ok. Kết quả khám nghiệm tử thi đúng không? Vết đâm ở trước ngực là hình như là có nghi vấn gì đấy. Đây là mấy con dao đâm ấy chứ.
Lester could be a heel, but that's a lousy way for anyone to go out.
Đây, để em về cho hai anh chị nói chuyện nhá. Trước khi về chắc là đến chỗ thằng kia trước đi.
You know the way. You can drive. And where exactly are we going?
Xe đâm mà xem nghi có con dao mà lại vết thương trước ngực đấy. Có khi
Lucky break getting a partial ID. These cases are usually dead in the water after 24 hours if no one comes forward.
Why don't they just stop?
You heard about fight or flight during the war?
Sure.
Chắc gì lão kia đã chết rồi đâm. Chắc là
Right.
kia cầm
So
dao.
to hit and run, the perp is already in flight. It's easier to keep going. Takes a degree of moral courage to stop and accept responsibility.
Thằng kia nó dừng lại rồi. Nhưng mẹ con dao mẹ đe dọa ông chồng không? Ông chồng mẹ bước ra khỏi đường không bị đâm ấy chứ. Vậy giờ sáng. Ồ, chạy nhanh thế. Đây đúng không? Chạy lại. Đấy, vật cản chiếc xe này. Ôi, này nhìn được. Watcher.
William Shelton? Yes. It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Đấy à? 3C8 đúng không? Chạy.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Chạy lại các anh chị ơi. Xe.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Từ từ đó nào. Cạn xong.
No wonder he killed someone driving like this.
Nè, lái kinh nhỉ.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on. Don't let that asshole get away.
Lái ghê phết. Đúng ạ. Nhưng mà vẫn không sao kìa. Lái kinh thế nhở?
He's heading into the station. Go on, get after it.
Hold it right there, Shelton.
That's that cop.
Chạy đi đâu?
Stop or I will shoot.
You're St. Anthony. Help the poor old woman.
How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Chạy mà chạy, đứng yên đi. Bây giờ không có xe đẹp thế. Đây. Xe đẹp thế nhỉ? Rồi lấy đại đi. Xe cảnh sát thì tầm này.
You're behind the wheel.
Where are we going?
Cảnh sát mà. Chạy gì tầm này.
Coyotes out of their lairs and the shadow of doom is etched across the snow.
Ambulance. Ambulance care. Xem có vụ tiến triển thì mới.
Skeleton goes into a bar and orders a beer and a mop. Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another commendation?
No.
You want a face full of knuckles?
Trong đây.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Thầy.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him.
Đấy, biết
Two
ngay.
puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife, length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder one. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
This guy must have escaped the loony bin.
16.000 chứ. Pay out again. What the fuck? What the fuck ở trên này. Mà còn mẹ đúng là 2 đô hay 1 đô gì đấy.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Ôi, biết ngay là giết người mà nghi lắm.
Sorry, Phelps. Do you mind if I get on with this?
Ngay mà, thấy chưa? Đâm trước khi thằng kia nhảy ra khỏi. Tự nhiên nó đâm nó ngã vào trên đường ấy chứ.
Whoa! What the heck fire?
Đi bắt thôi. Cái này thì hai anh chị chạy đi đâu được bây giờ?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. All right. Where to?
Hai anh chị chạy đi đâu? Trời cứu được hai anh chị. Trời ơi, ly hôn bình thường thì không muốn lại cứ phải đi quanh quanh nhà xem hai anh chị. Cảnh hai anh chị đang ấy da. Sao có lão này cầm súng đứng trong nhà mẹ, nhìn ghê vãi. Cố thủ à? Đây, rồi, ok, vào tóm hai anh chị nào.
We've spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of you
jury.
to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
You had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do with
You
it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him! Shoot him, for God's sake!
Ôi dồi ôi. Ôi dồi ôi. Ôi giời ơi. Này thì hai anh chị này. Ấy da. Này thì hai anh chị này. Này thì Trịch này. Này thì Trịch này. À thế là hết. Ôi dồi ôi. Anh này bị gái lừa rồi. Bảo sao mà quán làm ăn thất bại. Hóa ra thì gái nói gì cũng tín, thế này thì chết.
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Lên lon ngay. Đâm vào đâu vậy? Một chuyến viếng thăm lần nữa ở quán Ray và bạn sẽ có thể thấy những việc chuẩn bị để tránh vào tù. À.
Phelps, Kowski.
Ok, chắc là tập hôm nay kết thúc tới đây thôi nha mọi người. Hôm nay tôi sẽ chơi tiếp con game này đến khi nào nó hết cái series này thôi. Vụ án này càng ngày càng hấp dẫn rồi. Càng ngày càng hấp dẫn rồi. Chờ xem mà sẽ có thêm các vụ gì án tình tiết gì nữa không. Đấy nhá. Vâng, chào.